Salute and welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, where you will enjoy an entertaining short story from acclaimed humor columnist Rob Kriders. Story time is the family portion of the show. Then we move on from the stories to the cocktails. This is where the alcohol and the not safe for work portion of the show takes over, as Rob and his wife /editor /muse Sara Kriders are taking some adult beverages and provide you with a behind the scenes recap of what really inspired the original story. Put your feet up, relax, and enjoy yourself a round of stories and cocktails. Cheers.
This article is called Little Money by Rob Kriders. Hey, that's me. I'm 3 months into doggy ownership, and my wallet has quickly realized that pets are expensive. This sudden drop of funds in my bank account has instigated the dog's new nickname, Little Money. She's a little dog, and all she does is cost me money. Now, I'm not talking about the obvious costs like dog food, flea collars, and chicken-flavored chew toys. I'm talking about the stuff I never considered to be expensive, like individual, biodegradable, doggy duty bags. These expensive little duty bags are something that I'm socially required to carry around while I walk the dog. And in order to ensure I don't receive dirty looks from my neighbors while Little Money and I go on our morning bowel stroll, I have to publicly display that I have my bags with me at all times. I see other dog owners tie these bags to their belt loops or to the dog's collar, like little peace flags that say, "Yes, I know this animal is going to defecate on your tulips, but don't worry, I've got my crap bag at the ready." The new requirement to show that you're a good person these days is you need to have one hand on the dog leash while your other hand carries a fresh bag of crap. Yes, carrying crap around is the neighborly thing to do, and every bag of crap means you will need to go back to the pet store and buy more crap bags. This concept of picking up after your dog is a novel one. However, it has to confuse the dog a little bit. During our walks, when Little Money does her business and I lean down to pick it up with the baggie before we walk back to our own house with the bag of poop, the dog has to say to herself, "Buddy, if you're going to collect my poo and take it home, I can save us both the trouble and just do that inside the house." I really can't blame the dog for being confused. As I lean down to pick up the dog poo and put it in a bag, I often wonder to myself, why am I doing this when it was my daughter who wanted a dog? Regardless of the debate on what to do with dog poo and who should do it, I do my part to protect my neighbors' lawns for the good of the hood. But I will admit these environmentally friendly bags aren't cheap, and for the cost, they sure don't hide the smell much. I've learned to accept the extra cost of the bags because I'm happy the dog is going to the bathroom outside. Well, the dog goes number 2 outside. Right now, it can't be bothered to go outside for number 1. The hallway of our house is just too convenient of a place to go number 1. When the dog pees in the house, I do exactly what my dad did to our family dog when I was a kid. Drag the dog by its neck, shove the dog's nose into the wet spot, yell, "No," then smack the dog in the rear and throw its butt outside. Well, I should clarify. I did this once, to the absolute horror of my wife and daughter, who freaked out because I was abusing the dog. They practically called Amnesty International on me for cruel and unusual torture of an animal. Instead of arguing with the gentle ladies of the house, I reluctantly turned over potty training to them. The girls talked to the dog like it was a baby, using the English language, and kindly requested the dog go outside to go to the bathroom. No surprise here, the dog continued to use the carpet in the hallway. Did this encourage my wife and daughter to use a little tough love on the dog? Nope. Instead, they used Google, which said to spray vinegar on the carpet where the dog went to the bathroom. Apparently, dogs hate the smell of vinegar, as do humans. And theoretically, the dog won't go to the bathroom there anymore. This has not worked, and the dog still pees in the hallway. I will admit, the girls of the house have been successful in one thing, and that is making the hallway of our home smell like piss and vinegar. Now I need to add the cost of cleaning the carpets to pet ownership. More money out of my bank account, thanks to the dog. I'll be honest, I've been quite offended by the lack of outrage both my daughter and wife have shown the dog after she continually goes to the bathroom on the carpet. For years, I have been enduring constant criticism and physical threats for the smallest drip of pee on the toilet seat, but the dog can completely empty its bladder on the hallway carpet and my wife gives her a doggy treat? It's ridiculous. Based on that scenario, I'd be better off going to the bathroom on the carpet. If I do, maybe my wife will bake me a cupcake. Along with the costs of individual crap bags, carpet cleaning, and now the spray bottles of vinegar, I found the dog is costing me money for other reasons. Dumb reasons. And those reasons are because my wife, whom I love, is sort of a hypochondriac for the dog. She obsesses over every little sneeze or scratch. If the dog has a small bump on its head, my wife wants to get the bump checked out by a qualified medical professional. If the dog has a small scab on its knee, my wife wants to head directly to the veterinarian at 11 o'clock at night to ensure there's no infection. These little trips to the vet financially add up quickly. We dropped over $100 to have a scab evaluated, just so the vet could say to us, "It looks like the dog has a scab." Really? $100 for that medical assessment? You know what? Instead of little money, I'm thinking of changing the dog's name to lot of money. By the way, I was considering purchasing canine medical insurance. I was thinking of something small, but of course my wife wants to get the platinum plan.
Okay, folks, it's time to pop that top and let's get to those cocktails.
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails podcast, coming to you live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States of America, where one day in 1776, we wrote a little piece of paper and we said, "Fuck you, King. We're not going to pay those taxes. Kiss our ass, our red, white, and blue American ass." In fact, we even saw Betsy Ross's house.
We did. Yeah, I don't know if she was part of the whole "fuck you, King" conversation, but she definitely made a flag. Freaking sewed a flag and had 5 children.
They buried her right in the front yard.
In that little tiny...
You could see her grave.
Right next to her husband.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of romantic.
It is. She's like, if we're going to say fuck you to the king, we're going to need our own flag. So she made a flag real quick and boom, here we are.
She may have come later. I'm not sure we have the whole history timeline right, but I mean, this isn't a fucking history podcast. You know what I mean? You don't expect to get good facts from us.
It'd be hilarious if you knew some American history. You and I are drinking melon ball margaritas right now. They are delicious.
You keep adding the word ball. I don't know why.
I have 2 balls, and I always like to add balls. Balls is fun.
It's just a melon margarita. Now,
there's a melon ball in it.
In your defense, it came with a melon ball. Yeah, the garnish was a melon ball.
So anyways, baby, what's going on?
I got a text from our daughter.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Well, that's appropriate because we just came back from Pearl Jam tonight in Philadelphia.
Yeah, so you got that. That's what she was doing.
She and I both do a good Eddie Vedder impersonation. I think she's better at than I am.
I was going to say, oh, she and you both do.
Well, I mean, she's definitively better at than I am, for sure. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so we just saw Pearl Jam in Philadelphia.
Yes, we did.
And unpopular opinion.
What is the unpopular opinion?
Did I enjoy it? Yes. Did I think that it was the best show that I ever went to?
I'm assuming the answer is no.
No. So this is why it's an unpopular opinion, is because friends that we have.
Yes. Friends on both sides have told us you've got to see them live.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know, it's life changing.
I'm so jealous you're seeing PJ tonight. Oh my God.
And then like strangers, because last night we were in a bar and we saw, it was like a group of like 8 dudes and like 5
all
of them
wearing PJ
were wearing Pearl Jam t-shirts. And so I walked up to them and I'm like, hey, did you guys see Pearl Jam last night? And they were like, does a bear shit in the woods? And I was like, no need to be obnoxious.
I mean, what's up, dude? Looking for advice here.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, they played last night. They're going to play tomorrow. We're looking to buy tickets tomorrow. I'm just looking for some advice. Where should I get seats? And then they just go like this, like 8 dudes. Just fucking go. Just go. I'm like, no, I'm going. I just am wondering where I should sit. Just anywhere in the fucking building. Just get in there. It's fucking Pearl Jam. It's so good. And I was like, oh, okay. So just get a ticket to get
anywhere in the
inside
building is a good seat, apparently.
building. So anyways, this is why I say it's an unpopular opinion. Like,
will you see them every
No.
time they come to town?
No.
So it's not an unpopular opinion. They were great. And, you know, Eddie Vedder was great. But
I feel bad picking on them. But it's just like Eddie Vedder, like in the 90s, he was so powerful. He was like 7 feet tall. He had like Cousin It hair, but like sexy, like just so much hair.
jumping off the rafters.
I can't express enough the hairography that he would do. And he was just so large and just a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, yeah.
And then tonight, he kind of like hobbled out on stage with like a weird hat. And I was like,
I think that's fair. Man.
and I was like, when did you get your hair cut? Why would you do that, Eddie? I will say this, because you're right. I'm not being fair. They played phenomenally.
Yeah,
there
they
was
did.
one point where like one of them, I don't know which one, was like playing the guitar with his mouth. And I was like, well, that's cool. You're playing the guitar with your mouth. Like, I don't really know how that works. So
He played it well.
if I was a musician, so I guess that's what it really rolls down to, is if I was a musician, I would be like, oh my God, they still got it. That's amazing. He's playing the guitar with his mouth. That's like so fucking cool. The thing is I'm not a musician. I'm just like a girl who's just like in the audience, and I'm just like, who still looks hot? And then I'm like,
Nobody in this band
Yeah.
right now.
I don't like this about myself.
Yeah, it seems kind of shitty.
Yeah, no, if you were saying this like about a bunch of women,
Yeah, I was
be
like, yeah, I went and saw, Bikini Kill, and those bitches are old. Tits just sagging.
I would be like, you fucking sexist. I hate you. Okay, I feel two ways about it. I don't like it about myself, but I also a little bit, I want to like turn it on you and to be like, how you like it? Fucking sucks, right? When people are judging you by your fucking looks and how well you're keeping up.
Well,
with
it's not a
your
problem for me. I look
age.
great. I'm solid.
That's true. You do. You look good.
I mean, there were some songs I wanted to hear tonight, and they crushed them. So I was excited about it because these motherfuckers have 12 albums. So
Yeah, but did you know he cut his hair?
yes.
Like, when did he do that?
Everyone our age cuts their hair. I'm the only one growing my hair out now. I'm like living in reverse. I'm like Benjamin Button.
I don't want to beat them up because it was a great show, and I really,
Seems
really,
like
really
you're beating them up a lot.
No, I really enjoyed it. It's just
You're kicking poor Eddie Vedder in the nuts tonight.
I know, and now I'm going to kick myself in the nuts.
Oh,
here's the thing: I'm dishing it out. I really am, but it's not judgmental. It's more of like a commiserate. Like, God, it sucks to get old.
Sucks to be our age.
Yeah, we just don't have it like we once have it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I'm going to give it to myself now.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so there we are, and we're at the Pearl Jam concert, and
Mhm.
we're trying to like get like our 90s vibes going on. So I get this flannel.
Well, you went to Target and bought a flannel last night.
Yeah.
For a girl who doesn't care about Pearl Jam, you worked pretty hard to get ready for the Pearl Jam concert.
Well, yeah, I needed to wear a flannel. And it was actually the perfect. In the 90s, I was wearing flannels all the time. And then I just sort of like put flannels in the back of my closet. And I was like, I mean, if you're not wearing pajamas, why are you wearing flannel? Like, what the fuck was that phase? Like, who's doing that? And I kind of forgot about it. And then tonight in Philadelphia.
It's a handy utility.
Yeah, it was like a cool breeze. It was like a little chilly.
Pop that flannel on.
I don't need a hoodie. I don't need a jacket. I don't need a coat, but like I need some. What would be between a t-shirt and a hoodie?
Let me guess. A flannel.
The good thing about this concert is I got back into like my flannel roots. And I was like, oh shit, a flannel comes in handy. But this is where I want to say I'm going to pick on myself for a minute. I'm wearing the flannel and it's like big and baggy and it's like all grunge. And every time I go to the bathroom, which is a lot because I was drinking a lot of beer, I look in the mirror and I'm just like, this is a terrible look. Like, what were we thinking? It's just like baggy and frumpy.
Yeah, 90s grunge was not like a very sexy look. I liked it because I just liked you like that. But like, it wasn't a very like super hot, sexy vibe.
So anyways, I'm back in touch with my inner flannel.
Yep.
But I'm looking in the mirror and I'm just like, this is a shitty fucking look. But there's like a thing you can do like with the flannel where it's like it's too big for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you like drop it off of a shoulder.
Ooh.
But you have to make it look like, I don't know that it's hanging off my shoulder.
Whoops, it's a
just,
sexy accident.
Yeah, it's a sexy accident. Like, oh, my shirt's hanging off my shoulder. Like, I didn't even know.
Shucks.
Did you ever see my shoulder tonight?
No.
Because I can't pull it off. So I was in the bathroom and I was like, let me just try to like shimmy this flannel accidentally off my shoulder. I couldn't do it.
You came out looking like a one-armed girl?
I couldn't. No, like it just stays on my shoulder. Like, I am not the girl who will accidentally shimmy the flannel off of her shoulder. I'm the girl that I come back to the seats after we go to the bathroom and you're looking at me and you're like, where'd you get that piece of pizza? And I'm like, yeah, no, I accidentally picked up a piece of pizza.
Big fat slice.
I just accidentally grabbed this hot dog.
You're like, boom, hot dogs.
So all the other girls, their shoulders are shimmying out of their flannels, all sexy and shit. And I'm just like, do you want ketchup on this hot dog? That's who I am. You know how I'm bad with lyrics.
I definitely know you're bad at lyrics.
Tonight they played Better Man.
Yes.
That was one of the songs that I actually knew.
Gotcha.
And I was like super excited. I was like, oh my God, this is a song I know.
A song about domestic violence.
From the 90s. Oh, was it? That's the thing is I'm bad with lyrics.
No, it's a song about a woman who has this guy who basically is a piece of shit.
Okay.
And she's not in love with him anymore, but she doesn't have any other choices in life, so she can't find a better man. So even though she knows he's not the one for her and he's not really good to her, she can't go out in the world and leave him.
This is where I am just so bad.
You're all excited, like, I love this song. My husband, I can't find a better man.
Yes, I was. I was like, babe, I love you so much. I was like, I can't find a better man than you. There's no one better than you.
Please find another song to say that I represent, because this certainly should not be Better Man by Pearl Jam.
But do you see where I was at, though, where I was just like, there's no one better than you, baby.
Well, that's a kind compliment.
best.
I appreciate that. But
Yeah.
this is why this is like Pearl Jam, unpopular opinion. You don't even understand the fucking songs.
Philosophically?
You're down with them.
Oh, God, yeah.
We're all about rocking the vote. He's like,
Do you pledge to vote?
count on this vote because we're counting on you. Fucking wrote the fuck out of this thing.
Keeps changing the lyrics to his songs, and he makes them like super
Eddie
progressive.
Vedder's all about girl power. Has the same wife the whole
I
time.
know.
And
No.
you're shitting all over him.
It is called Sarah's unpopular opinion. Okay, so we're cruising through Philadelphia. We got up this morning.
Yes.
And we said, let's get some Philly cheesesteak. Let's do as the Philadelphians do,
Yes.
and let's get some Philly cheesesteak.
So two places that are very popular here with tourists.
Yeah.
And they're right across the street from each other.
So where we went wrong
It's a cheesesteak war.
is we said, let's do as the Philadelphians did, and then instead of doing as the Philadelphians did, we
The
did as
real locals did.
we did as the tourists
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And we went straight to Gino's and Pat's.
Yeah, so two fighting cheesesteak properties that are right across from each other. And it's funny, they're building who can get the bigger sign, who can sell for like 10 cents less, and it's this whole shit show. We said, let's do the Pepsi challenge. You get a cheesesteak from Pat's, I'll get a cheesesteak from Gino's, and we'll just eat them together and decide which one's better.
Yeah.
Super fun to do, and it was delicious. And I'm going to say, for the record, Gino's gets the win.
Yeah.
Now, why we decided Gino's won was because the bread was a little better, and we liked the vegetables on there.
Yeah.
We got the peppers.
No, when
and
you say
onions.
it's super delicious.
It has cheese whiz on it, and it's just like kind of an unflavored steak.
Yeah, I mean, both Pat's and Gino's needed salt, they needed garlic, they needed seasoning, they needed flavor. Like, they needed flavor. But between the two flavorless sandwiches, one had thicker cut peppers and onions.
To provide some flavor.
Yeah, and that was Gino's.
But even though we gave the win to Gino's, Pat's was a little more liberal with cheese whiz.
Well, yes.
And so the whole time I was eating my Gino's, I'm like, this is better, but I wish there was more cheese whiz on it.
Yeah.
So I thought they should have gone a little heavier with the cheese whiz. So we had opinions.
Then we started talking to locals, and we were like, hey, these cheesesteaks. And they were like, you didn't go to Gino's or Pat's, did you?
You fucking dumbass tourists.
Yeah, and they're
Would you
like,
come in on a boat from Europe, you dumb fuck?
That's where all the tourists go. Don't go there.
What'd you do, watch Guy Fieri show and go to this fucking intersection, you dumbasses?
There's no flavor. And we were like, well, yeah. And then they told us like all of the places that we should go, all the
Gyms.
local places.
Jim's on South Street. Iskabiddles is supposed to be good too.
Then one local said the best cheesesteak I ever had was from a food truck in New Jersey.
With a bullet hole in it.
Yes, with a bullet hole in it. That's what it was. A food truck in New Jersey with a bullet hole in it. And I was like, well, that's not Philadelphia at all. And he's like,
It's
yeah.
fucking good though.
Yeah. We did the Gino's Pat's taste test.
Yep.
Or the untaste test. And then we said, okay, let's just walk through Philadelphia. Let's see what Philadelphia has to offer. A lot of really, really, really old-timey buildings built like 300 years ago.
1700 and shit.
But in the midst of all of that, yeah, I mean, we got thirsty.
Sometimes you get thirsty in South Philadelphia.
So we passed by a bar called,
Ray's Happy Birthday Bar.
what the fuck kind of name is that?
It's a crazy name. And here's the thing about it. So we here on Stories and Cocktails, we like to say that we love a good dive bar. We like to talk shit like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
give me the diviest bar you can find. We like day drink all day long. I think we met our match today.
We actually roll into town and we're like, hey, we're just looking for like a good dive bar. And we say this in the most touristy places to like other tourists. And they're like, oh, we saw a dive bar over there.
Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah. And we're like, oh my God, I love a good Hard Rock Cafe.
That's pretty divey.
So you're right. Today we met our match, Ray's Happy Birthday Bar. That is actually the name of the bar.
On a Monday, during a workday, during the day.
Yeah.
And so we come in.
It was about 1:30.
Yeah. We come in and we met our match. We ran into locals and they all had their own particular bar stool.
There were about 10 bar stools.
Yep. I was sitting on somebody's.
There were 8 people. So there were 10 bar stools and there were 8 people in there. So 8 bar stools were being used. And so there were exactly 2 left over, which I felt like, oh, this is kismet. Like these are,
And they're connected. We'll sit right next to each other.
this is for us.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. We'll take a seat. They were welcoming. They were like, come on in, take a
Welcome to
seat.
Philadelphia.
All was good until a woman came in with her dog, Ruby.
Yes.
And I didn't catch the woman's name, but everyone knew Ruby. That's when I knew, like, oh, fuck. Everyone in this bar, all these 8 people
You
know
want to
each
talk about
other.
like a place knows your name? This is a place that knows your fucking name. Unless your name is Rob or Sarah.
Yeah. So she walks in And everyone's like, hey. And I didn't catch her name because who gives a shit? But I caught the dog's name. Oh my God, look at Ruby. Ruby looks great. Hello, Ruby. And Ruby is like the most well-behaved dog. And then Ruby's owner, she's like looking at us. And she's looking at the other 8 people in the bar. And she's looking at the bartender. And she's like, well, where am I going to sit? I don't fucking know. You got here at 1:52 and we've all been drinking since about 1:45. So
yeah, I'm like, not my fucking problem.
yeah, so I'm like, fuck you, Ruby's mom. And everyone looked at us. Obviously, we were in Ruby's mom's seat at the bar.
Then the guy next to me is like, hey, these 3 seats at this side of the bar, he's like, they're the most coveted seats at bars in South Philly. I was like, cool, looks like I'm in the right spot.
Yeah, no, it was good.
I'm like, boy, lucky me, right here on a Monday.
We always know how to find the best seats in the best bars.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Give me some vodka club soda.
And everyone was getting like real weird and they're looking at us. And then like the other 8 people that are like the locals, they're just like, well, I wish I could pet Ruby, but like she's not sitting in her regular spot. And I'm like, get off your fucking bar stool. She's right here. You pet her. She's right
Everyone likes
here.
to pet dogs.
Yeah. And Ruby's mom is still just like, I thought I was going to have a drink, but I don't have anywhere to sit. And I'm just like, elbow your way up into here. You can stand right between us. You can get a beer. I'll pet Ruby.
And then go fuck off and sit at a table. Put some money in the jukebox.
You and I were like the last people to fucking figure it out. And then we're like looking at each other and we're like, oh, do you think she wants to sit here? Like, is this where...
You went to go pee and we weren't really leaving and she just took your seat. I'm like, oh, I guess we're going to go then.
Then there was like the guy next to me and I think his name was Daryl, right? And so Daryl left to go to the bathroom and and this is what I thought was funny, is he put like a...
Coaster over his beer.
He put a coaster over his beer, right? And everyone's like, Daryl, why are you putting a coaster over your beer? Like, who do you think's going to roofie you? Like, what do you think, fucking Daryl? Like, what's going on? So everyone was offended that Daryl felt like he needed to cover his drink. And then Daryl kind of like looked at us.
He's like, I don't know these fuckers.
And then everyone was like, oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Good call, Daryl. Like,
This woman here from California will
these are the outsiders.
roofie you.
These are the interlopers.
I mean, they already stole fucking this chick's seat. Roofie's next.
So Daryl was in the bathroom when Ruby's mom came in. And so Ruby's mom is like, well, where am I going to sit? The bartender, Christy's like, well, that's Daryl's seat. I mean, you can sit there until Daryl gets back. And then like Ruby's mom
I'm
is
taking a piss. 30 seconds.
And Ruby's mom was like, yeah, but when Daryl comes back. And I'm just like, dude, I have been in a lot of bars, y'all. And
it's not this complicated.
I've never seen it be this fucking complicated. Even Ruby, the dog, looked confused. Even Ruby was like, well, where the fuck am I going to lay down? Like, which bar stool am I laying down underneath?
Apparently Monday, there's a 10-person meeting at this bar and we weren't invited. No. And it got real weird.
But then it was like so difficult because I was just like, hey, we know where we're not welcome. We're going to move on. But then they're like, no, we love new people. Where are you from? And then Christy goes, Philly has a reputation of being unfriendly. So so we're going to be so friendly. And then she's like looking
if you could just stand in the corner while everyone gets their seats, we'll be friendly to you. She was
looking at the whole bar. All the 8 people.
Everyone be nice to these people.
You remembered how we're trying to make Philly a more friendly place. Like, everyone be nice. And then Dave's sitting next to you. Dave's like, we're all friendly here.
It was a creepy vibe. It was like a fucking Twilight Zone.
Yeah. And I was just like, I don't know if this is the best bar I've ever been to or if we're going to get killed. Like, I don't know what's happening.
It also had this awkward bathroom, which was like 2 feet from the bar. And when you opened the door, it was like a toilet and a sink over the toilet, no place to dry your hands, and the door closed and touched the front of the toilet.
Yeah.
So when you were sitting on the toilet, taking a mean growler of a shit, your forehead was against the door, and you could just hear everyone at the bar pulling on the door like, who's in the bathroom? What's going on? I'm like, can I just get a minute?
Well, maybe that's part of the problem is that you walked in there and you're like, hey, y'all, I'm going to take a mean growler of a shit in your bathroom.
And your best bar seat.
and they're just like, who comes to the bar to shit? Like, what?
I'm like, I just ate Pats and fucking Geno's. I gotta take a shit. Please, this is the closest toilet to those two fucking establishments.
We're not from Philadelphia. Our intestines are not Philadelphia proof yet. Like, we cannot digest these cheesesteaks.
Yeah, South Philly's a hard place for a reason, and we found out the hard way.
Well, so then...
As they say on fucking SpongeBob SquarePants, 15 minutes later.
Yes. So you come out and we come up to the bar and we both say, we'll have a vodka club soda. She pours us 2 drinks.
And she goes, $4. I was like, damn, I'm in the right bar.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so cheap. Like, this is so cheap. And she's
fucking dollars for 2 vodka club sodas?
And she's like, oh, did you say vodka club soda? I just poured you club sodas. And I was just like, dude.
Who the fuck orders club soda?
Everyone in here is so fucking blitz drunk right now. And you poured us 2 club sodas? Like, what the fuck do we look like? And she's like, well, club soda settles the stomach. And he was in the bathroom for about 12 minutes.
You're also sitting in the 2 most popular seats in this bar. We need you to get the fuck out of here.
Fair enough. Pour him a club soda. Give me a vodka club soda.
You give him a club soda and Pepto-Bismol.
Yes. I was like, Christy, I would like some fucking vodka in mine.
Thank you, Ray's Happy Birthday Bar, for your faux friendliness. You did the best you could.
Yeah.
You need to keep working on that, Philadelphia. Not so great.
But Ruby was a great dog.
Oh, let me take this call. Hey, how's it going?
We're back on.
Back on.
You literally just got a telehealth phone call from your doctor.
Yes.
She's just checking up on you. How's your blood pressure?
Yep. I lied to her a little bit about some of that.
You told her
she does a great job.
You told her you were podcasting, and God bless her. She said, oh, what are you guys drinking tonight? And I was like, oh shit, I can't decide if this is the best doctor ever or if I'm scared.
She knows us very well. She listens to the show. Thank you, Penny. You were awesome. You got my meds in. You're taking good care of me.
Penny, that was a very welcomed phone call and a welcomed interruption. And I couldn't stop laughing at just the absurdity of just 2024 healthcare, where you can just be drunk in your hotel room and your doctor calls you and asks you, like,
what are you drinking tonight?
What are you drinking and how's your blood pressure?
That was literally how it goes.
I felt a little guilty.
You guys going to see a baseball game tonight? What are you drinking? How's your blood pressure? Great. Okay.
No, I felt a little guilty because I was like, oh, fuck. He thought about having the salad at lunch, but he went with the fried shrimp tacos. Fuck. Penny, I'm sorry. He ate the fried shrimp tacos.
He did eat the fried shrimp. And that was a fucking, not even a corn tortilla.
He hasn't been working out.
He's getting fatter and dumber on the show.
I can't get away with shit. I can't lie.
You're not very good at lying.
I'm not a very good criminal. Not that this was like criminal behavior. I wanted to get like with the FaceTime and just be like, Penny, he ate the fried fucking shrimp. Penny, he's drinking.
Drinking.
He's not putting his sunscreen on. Like I told him to.
No sunscreen. He's half an hour late on his meds already.
Oh, damn it. See, I didn't even know that part, but I for sure would have ratted you out. Okay, so where were we?
When we came here, we said, hey, let's do a super touristy thing. Like, fuck the steps to Rocky Balboa. Done that, whatever. But let's go see Paddy's Pub. Now, Paddy's Pub is a fictional place in a Hollywood studio for a show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's not fictional, though. It's a real place. It's called Paddy's Pub, and it's in Philadelphia.
Yes, it is. So we decided one day,
and Paddy's
let's
Pub,
go.
So I asked them flat out. I said, so are you really trying to say like your pub predates the TV show? And they're like, yes. What are you not understanding? You're so fucking stupid. The TV show is based off of our pub. And
our dive bar.
Okay.
Now, we were thwarted
they said
earlier.
this on the website. They didn't actually say this to my face. This is a conversation I had with myself in my own head, giving the website a voice. And I was like, I have to fucking go here. I love It's Always Sunny. I've watched every single fucking episode. I can't wait to run us to Paddy's Pub. Fuck all this history. Who cares about the Liberty Bell, you know?
I leave you in charge. Now listen, I fucked up. I left you in charge. You're like, okay, we're gonna go to Paddy's Pub. I'm like, great. I could use the drink.
Wait a minute.
I'm fucking being mean to you.
Yeah, no, let me
just be clear.
Let me defend myself for just one
so unnecessary
fucking second.
Because you're at fault for this.
We are literally on like day 325 of my first year of retirement vacation. I have been in charge for 325 fucking days.
On our 326th day, I fucked up and I trusted you. And I said,
Okay.
Hey, Daddy's thirsty. Let's go to Paddy's Pub. You said, okay. Get your iPhone out, which has a broken screen and doesn't charge anymore, and you got some problems. And I don't know what it is about you, because you're an Apple file, but you refuse to admit. You're like, no, it's just my screen protector that's cracked like glass. I'm like, you mean the plastic screen protector that's not going to crack like glass? You have broken glass.
Dude, my phone is solid.
Yeah, it sure is. Let's see what your phone did for us on this particular day.
This was not a phone error.
So
this was a user
the weather
error.
here in Philly is a little warm.
A little warm.
No,
Yeah.
what happens is you get a little sweat between the legs, under the titties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Under the nuts.
Yeah.
And so when you start walking farther than you should, you might remember. Now, all the streets here are cobblestone. It's fucking dangerous. Now, you could fucking fall and break a tooth. You know what I mean? It's a fucking dangerous place. Not because of crime, because of architecture. Okay. So you start walking us through the city. Now listen, I love a good city. I like a good pub crawl. We're just walking around. We're seeing all this historical
I did say,
shit.
this is weird. It says it's about a mile away. And I could have sworn when I planned this out, because I did plan it out. I had mapped it out. Going to Paddy's Pub wasn't a fucking surprise.
Did you know?
So I was like, did you? I thought that Paddy's Pub was, I literally thought it was like 1,000 feet from here. I guess we just got off track. So that's what I kept saying.
And there's like some confusion about triangles and the hypotenuse. Like, we're like, fuck, I don't know. Maybe we went the wrong way.
Yeah. So I can't believe we got this far off track.
Let's just keep walking.
I thought it was like 1,000 feet, but now we're going a whole mile. And
so we're walking along. We find some beautiful architecture. We're in this like old train depot. And I see to the future, far in front of me, I see a place called
Paddy Wax.
Paddy Wax.
Paddy Wax.
I see a place called Paddy Wax. And I'm thinking to myself, this is fucking wickety whack.
Yeah, not wax like it's like a wax museum of like Irish celebrities. It's
like
Paddy Wax,
Paddy Wax.
Like whack-a-mole, whack-a-cock.
So I think to myself, did this bitch walk me 3 miles through the hot Philadelphia sun to get to Paddy Wax? Which is not Paddy's Pub. And it doesn't even look like Paddy's Pub. It looks like some fucking rock and roll gentrified bullshit fucking bar, sports bar in Philadelphia that's not Paddy's Pub at all.
Now, I want to do a little foreshadowing.
Okay.
It definitely wasn't Paddy's Pub.
It definitely was fucking not. Thank you, Maps.
It was air conditioned.
And your broken iPhone.
It was clean.
Yeah, was it?
Paddy Wax was pretty clean.
Okay, you know what? Now that I know where you're going with this.
Some foreshadowing.
Actually, the place was fucking like a fucking surgery center. It was clean.
Yeah.
Very clean place.
Had
smoke-free.
A very huge alcohol selection.
People were nice.
They
gave us directions to some other local things to see in Philadelphia.
All in all, it was a disappointment because we thought we were going to Paddy's Pub.
Yeah, it wasn't really dive bar-esque.
We thought we were going to see Frank and Dee and Mac and Charlie and Dennis. And I didn't really want to see Dennis.
Fuck Dennis.
If he's there.
Nobody cares about Dennis.
But we ended up just at Paddy Wax. It has absolutely no affiliation with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So it was a little disappointment there. But in all, it was a nice bar.
And we were at that point not 1,000 feet away. We were 3 miles away from the real Paddy's Pub.
Yeah, no, we were super sweaty and super hot. There was some chafing.
We said
some complaining.
We drank one drink. We threw in the towel. We said, fuck it.
And the chafing and the complaining for once didn't come from me. It was definitely from you.
I had a mild hemorrhoid. It was rubbing the inside of my ass. And I was like, this is a lot of fucking steps for no Paddy.
So we said, okay, fuck it. We're here tomorrow. Let's Uber back. Let's try to salvage this fucking shit show. We're going to Uber back.
My hemorrhoid said we need to Uber this shit home.
Tomorrow, we will find the real Paddy's Pub.
Tomorrow, we will fight another day for the independence of this country and to see Paddy's real pub.
Yeah. We woke up in the morning and first thing we did is we looked outside and we see the largest police presence.
There are cops everywhere.
So we were like, what the fuck is going on? Well, it was debate day and we didn't realize it, but between us and Paddy's Pub, we're walking. It's only like 1 mile, but smack in the middle between us and Paddy's Pub is where the debate was being held.
Yep, which they fortified like a fucking fortress.
Yeah. So we get up and we're just a couple of day drinkers. And apparently the rest of the country and Philadelphia, they're preparing for something really fucking serious and really fucking important. And
the cops are confused and they're trying to block me. I'm like, dude, I got to get to the bar across the street. And they're like, sir, this is an important city. This is a very important presidential debate about to happen. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I was in law enforcement, and I'm looking for a little brotherly love here. I need to get across this police line.
We couldn't do it.
To this bar.
It was all closed down. So
closed as fuck.
A 1 mile walk became a 2 mile walk because we had to go so far off the beaten path to go around all of the closures.
We saw 471 Philadelphia police officers.
At one point, we stopped. It's like this intersection, and there's no traffic coming through. The intersection is like totally quiet. It's green, like we could walk. It's got like a little pedestrian thing. And I'm like, I'm fucking walking. And you kind of stop me because you're like, wait, hold up. Like there's a pause here. Like everyone is. And then all of a sudden, fucking the Harris motorcade comes running by us.
Yeah, I kept you alive. You almost got hit by the lead car.
It was like 40 cars
at 80 miles an hour. Bomb trucks, 3 SUVs, fucking press pass, like fucking ambulance.
I'm looking
it was
at you,
bonkers crazy.
And I'm like, what do you think this is? You're just like, am I in Philadelphia with the dumbest fucking bitch?
It's a presidential motorcade.
Yeah. So then like all these SUVs come by, all the windows blacked up. I'm like, do you think someone's in there? You're
like, it's V POTUS.
Yeah. You're like, I'm pretty fucking sure the vice president of the United States is in one of these. Like how?
7 feet
are
from
you?
her. She went right by. You almost got hit by your rearview mirror.
Everyone else at the crosswalk
People are
is
running
like
up and like
stopped.
clapping and shit. Like, there she is.
They're filming. They're clapping. So I'm about.
And you're like, I just got to get to Paddy's pub.
Well,
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm about 12 minutes into the motorcade when I finally am like, wait, is this real? Where is the debate tonight? And then I finally figure it out. And then I get like fucking chills. And then I'm just like, oh, holy shit. Like I have fucking goosebumps. That's her. Like this could be the first female president of the United States. And I'm a female and this fucking means something to me. So now all of a sudden I'm like super emotional. But then I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life?
This chick's trying to be the first ever female president. You're like, I got to get to Paddy's pub.
Take 2, because I fucked it up yesterday.
Well, she took the bar twice. You took 2 times to get to Paddy's pub.
That's true. Oh my God, we're more alike than I thought.
You guys are just the same.
Sweetheart, that's the nicest thing you ever said to me.
So the thing is that finally that 40-car motorcade went away and we made our way to Paddy's pub. And we're so excited. We took a picture of you. It's gorgeous. We walk inside. We're going to see D, sweet D. And then what we find is that again, like we found at Ray's Happy Birthday Bar, Philadelphia said, hey, Kriders, you guys think you like to drink? You think you like fucking dive bars? Well, guess what? This is a real old town Philly dive bar.
Yeah.
Paddy's pub was a fucking ashtray.
Dude, it made Ray's Happy Birthday Bar look like the fucking...
It looked like the Hard Rock
Taj Mahal.
Cafe.
What do we want to do? Taj Mahal or Hard Rock Cafe? The Bellagio? The White House?
It was so nice compared to the real Paddy's pub. What I really wanted to see was the Hollywood set of Paddy's pub.
Yeah, no, I didn't really want to go to Paddy's pub. I wanted to go to like a Paddy's pub pop-up experience.
Yeah. What we got was like, this is a smoking bar.
I was going to pay like $15 to just like go into like a set, right? And I was going to take a picture with a cardboard cutout of D. We were going to like joke and be like, oh, that's Charlie work. Ha, 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 ha. And you know, we were going to kind of like go around
Hold
the
up
set.
a dead rat as a gag.
That's what I wanted. I didn't even care if they actually served real alcohol. That's not what we got. We got the actual Paddy's
old
pub.
people who are barely alive, smoking cigarettes.
Smoking is permitted.
Yeah.
It says that on the door. I've never seen, like, since the 80s, I don't think I've seen a smoking is permitted inside sign. It always is smoking is prohibited. Smoking is prohibited. You're in the airplane.
Like, don't smoke. It's dangerous. If you're pregnant, don't smoke.
The airplane bathroom is like smoking is
Do
prohibited.
not fucking smoke.
And you're sitting there and you're just like, who the fuck is smoking in the airplane?
Do we need these signs anymore in 2024?
Is anyone smoking inside?
No shit. Smoking's not permitted.
I'll tell you.
What the fuck?
In Philadelphia, people are smoking inside. In Paddy's pub, there's about 6 people at 2 o'clock on debate day of all days. It's a very serious day. Who the fuck is drinking at 2 o'clock on debate day and smoking?
And they didn't give a shit about that debate. A bunch of geriatrics in here smoking cigarettes, waiting to die. And then you're like, I'm probably going to get some merch. No, I want a Paddy's pub, South fucking Philly. And then you're like, that shirt's going to smell like an ashtray. I'm not buying fucking anything from this place. You didn't even want to get a drink there. I was like, yeah, give me a fucking vodka soda.
And I was like this. In the background, I was like, oh, my asthma's, I think I'm having an asthma flare up.
So we sucked down 2 vodka sodas as fast as we could. We walked out, dusted ourselves off, and said, wow, Philadelphia, you really fucking represent.
I just ordered a Paddy's Pub t-shirt off of Amazon. It's already at the house. It cost $12.99. I didn't have to fucking walk.
Thank you, Jeff Bezos, for not giving me lung cancer.
I didn't have to drink. I didn't have to smell cigarette smoke.
So we were thwarted by Paddy Wax and then the real Paddy's Pub and a small motorcade of the V POTUS. But we survived it. We made it happen.
I want our listeners to know when it comes to the things that we talk about, like, for instance, Paddy's Pub. These opinions, these are all our own. This is not paid advertising. Like, a lot of times when you hear shit, you're like, Paddy's Pub is paying them to say that. If you think that this is an endorsement of Paddy's Pub, that these opinions are anything but our own, you're not listening hard enough. I cannot tell you how much I do not endorse smoking indoors in Paddy's Pub.
This only happened to us a few times. We've been to a lot of shitty bars, and most of the time we really kind of bring them in.
What do you say about me?
You've never been to a bar you didn't like. It's true.
And it doesn't matter. It could be the Hard Rock on Pier 39. I fucking love that bar. It could be the diviest, shittiest. We were literally in Sacramento and a man came in and he was buying his drink with nickels from his homeless man pockets. And I was like...
He was also bleeding from a car accident.
Yeah, and I was like, come on up, bro. Like,
blood was falling out of his body and he's like, I just need one more drink.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, you're having a bad day. I'll buy it for you. They got Keno here. You play Keno? Is this a cash-only bar? Like, we got this.
We got cash.
We got this. I love all the bar. I like the bougie ones. I like the shitty ones. It turns out where you can stop me, where you can say, Sarah, I call your bluff. Here's a bar you don't like. Fucking smoking bar.
Well, the crazy part is it was Paddy's Pub. But
Yeah.
you did like Paddy Wax.
I did like Paddy Wax.
I was unhappy at Paddy Wax, but later looking back on it, as you have done showed me today, Paddy Wax was pretty good.
Yeah.
Paddy's Pub was fucking not. And we wanted to love it so badly. I'm like, oh, this is going to be great.
Well, and I was very, very, very thirsty because I was feeling really insecure about my life choices since I'm just unemployed, walking through the streets of Philadelphia looking for a drink at 2:00.
While Kamala was prepping for her biggest debate of her life, you were just sitting in a smoking bar.
Yeah. So I needed to kind of drink the pain away, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, we had to leave. So we got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
We again walked around the whole shenanigans of the debate, and then we finally got back.
I will say this, though. 471 Philadelphia
I talked to
police
Lieutenant there.
officers on the
7 a.m.
street
to midnight.
in basically a 1 mile radius. Coincidentally, the 1 mile between our hotel and
Yeah.
Paddy's Pub.
If you look at our hotel,
never-
Paddy's Pub, the epicenter of that was the fucking debate.
I've never felt safer on the streets, just walking.
Very safe.
Yeah. I had my purse. I just unzipped it just for giggles and shits. I'm just like, I'm going to walk with my purse unzipped. I kind of carried it out, swung it around a little. I just
It
felt
was a very safe place to be.
so safe. And that was just Philadelphia PD, but there were other agencies out there.
There was a lot of motherfuckers here with badges on. Nobody was harmed. My lungs were harmed by Paddy's Pub, but not by the police.
People were spoken to in a unpolite manner.
Then we did see a little bit of that.
A little bit, yeah. They were there apparently just sort of like keeping order, but not necessarily keeping peace. Because God forbid you ask them a fucking question.
Well, peace officer, I don't know. It's just a name.
Yeah.
These guys prefer the word police.
So they were like, it's cute that you can just walk with your purse open and you know you're not going to get mugged, like you're super safe. But I'm like, hey, is there a good place to get a beer around here? Then they're just like, ma'am, just move along. Don't fucking ask us questions. We are doing serious police work.
Do I look at the public information officer, bitch? Get off the sidewalk.
Do I
I'm
fucking look like I work here?
Get off the sidewalk. Should I walk in the street? What is the plan here, sir? What the fuck are we doing here?
No, not all of them were like that. Let's not paint just a picture. Like we can't paint them all with the same brush.
Right.
There were some friendly ones. There was one who was just like, listen to music. I've never heard reggae come out of a squad car before, and that was fucking cool.
So either there was police officers sitting on their fenders listening to reggae, or they were just smoking stogies. Like basically, like, hey, it's gonna be a long day. We're gonna fucking just smoke some stogies and listen to reggae.
Yeah, and that I was down for that.
Look, I worked for fucking law enforcement for 25 years. I never did that shit.
It was a long day though.
It was a long day.
They did tell you
and
17-hour
nothing
day.
happened.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Well, fuck that. Let's talk about this. So we have a couple things going on here. One, we have a story this week.
Yeah.
Called Little Money. It was published in the Santa Maria Sun, November 17, 2015. Now, when I wrote this story, which is a very funny story, by the way, I made this little joke like, oh, we got this dog called Little Money, our little rescue dog, and now I'm going to change his name to Lot of Money. Like, ha, 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 ha. You took her to the vet. It cost me $150. Lot of money. Last night, we got a phone call from our daughter, who is basically on a dog subsidy. She's watching our rescue dog, Magic, and we're taking care of the dog, and by proxy, we're taking care of her with some rent.
He's not really our dog anymore. We gave him to her. We said, this is your dog now. She's the dog mom. We're the dog grandparents. So yes, our daughter called us last night about our little grandpup. So not the same dog from the story. That was our original dog.
Betty.
Yeah. Rest her little sweet soul. Oh boy, she cost us a lot of money.
Not as much as Magic did.
Well, she had that meth mouth. Every time we took her to the dentist, they had to take more of her teeth out. And they had to put her under to take her teeth. And each time it was, between $800 and $900. And we did that probably 4 times.
I think you hid this from me because I didn't know that we did this 4 times.
You did.
I think that you guys didn't tell me this was happening.
We brought her home. She had the fucking cone on and shit like that.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, she didn't have the cone on from her teeth. One of the times when they were taking one of her little meth teeth out, she had like a little mole that we were worried about with skin cancer.
Good. Yeah.
And
dog skin cancer and dog meth teeth.
And they were like,
I dropped 4 G's on this shit.
They were like, we're putting her under anyway. She's already going to be under with the anesthesia, which costs a lot of money.
Might as well get this mole too.
Yeah, you want us to go ahead and just do biopsy this real quick?
Did we get her, I don't know, breast implants, maybe a facelift? What else did we do for this fucking dog?
So it was only one time that she came home with the
college degree from National University for 20 grand. What else did we fucking buy this fucking dog?
So sweet Betty, she's not with us anymore, and it wasn't skin cancer that got her. It also wasn't her meth mouth. She had only half of her teeth by the time. We
What
lost
got her
her
was
a
she
bit.
shit in our bed by our pillow.
Well, yeah.
And then we put her down.
She had back problems.
Yeah, exactly. What got her was I woke up and I felt a piece of poo near my pillow. I was like, that's enough.
That was after we moved because she couldn't. Her back was so bad she couldn't get up and down the stairs. So we literally moved to a single-story bottom floor apartment
Just
for our
for a
dog.
rescue dog.
And then it didn't help. I mean, she had back problems.
But all dogs go
So-
to heaven.
New dog.
New rescue dog. New little money.
And
Turns
he's
out to be
been-
a lot of fucking money.
He's been pretty healthy. He's only like about 6, and except for some
Sometimes
mental,
he gets seizures.
for some mental disorders because he is like ball obsessed and he's fucking weird as shit. Otherwise, he's been relatively healthy, but he has seizures. He has
Sometimes
doculepsy.
the chicken shakes.
Yeah. So we took him to the vet in Fresno, and the Fresno vet's like, hey, he's got epilepsy. Like, give him some CBD, give him this super expensive, like, brain food that you have to have a prescription for. And I'm like, okay, I got it.
Cost me a lot of money.
Yeah, the brain food's a little bit expensive.
For dog food, yes.
He's like, we're not going to put him on medications yet.
Dogs will eat out of a dumpster if they have the chance to. So don't need to spend fucking $150 for this fucking thing. You know what I
So
mean?
the Fresno doctor said, I'm pretty sure we can manage his seizures with some freaking over-the-counter pet CBD and sent us on our way. The LA doctor, so he had 3 seizures last night.
Celebrity dog doctor.
Yeah. Well, and this all happened during the debate. So she's calling us, and I'm just sending her to voicemail and sending her to voicemail and sending her to voicemail. Finally, she calls you. And so when your phone rings, I'm like, bitch better be dead. Oh, shit, she's dead. There's no way she would stop calling me and call you unless it's like really, really, really bad. So you
The
answer.
conversation goes like this. What do you want? She's like,
His mom there.
Magic had a seizure. I'm like, so?
He has seizures. He's epileptic.
I go, do not take him to the vet. It'll cost $1,000. I said the word 1,000.
Yeah. You said don't take him to the vet.
Don't take him to the vet. It'll cost $1,000. She's like, okay, I'm glad you told me that. I was just checking with you. I'm like, fucking love him, hug him, give him his ball.
Then she said, can I talk to mom? And I was like, no.
No.
She already tried to call me 6 times. I sent her to voicemail.
Mom's not talking to
She
you.
cannot talk to me. Then you handed me your phone. And I was like, what are you guys not understanding? So then I get on the phone. I say, hey, there's a half an hour left of the debate. I'm connected now. Like, you don't understand.
I was almost hit by Kamala Harris's rearview mirror.
Yeah, I
Very invested in this.
am very invested. I have to watch
I'm in the city where this is happening.
I have to see this
I
through.
got day drunk for this.
So I said, I'll call you in a half an hour. And she's like, Magic had 2 seizures. I said, okay, I'll call you in a half an hour and we'll talk about it. And she's like, do you want me to take him to the vet? And so then I basically just hung up on her. But then I felt guilty. So I started texting her and I was like, okay, you're coming home this weekend. Take him to the vet that he's already gone to in Fresno. Like, I'm sure he's fine. But then I say this. And I say it by text, so you don't know that I said this. I
Yeah, I fucking don't know you said this.
if he has one more seizure tonight, go ahead and take him to the vet.
Oh, fuck.
And then I said, search one out, I'll find one nearby your house. Like, it's after hours.
That's a
Something
special
more.
price.
Yeah. I said, so get ready. So sure enough, now you think it's done. You're just
Yeah, I'm
like,
like, yeah, fucking done.
yeah.
I handled business.
Yeah,
I
you're
said no. She said, I'm glad I told you. And I'm
Yeah.
glad you told me don't do it. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I don't want to spend $1,000. Fuck that.
You're like, our phones, they're not ringing anymore. It's over.
We're good.
It's done. But I am still texting her. And she sends me video. She's like, he just had a 3rd seizure. And she sends me video of the seizure. And I was
Oh,
like,
that was an expensive video.
so then I said, okay, go ahead and take him to the vet. And then she texts me back and she's like, I'm already on the way. So then I was just like super calm. I'm just like, okay, don't say anything
No, thing to Rob,
to Rob.
who pays all the bills in this motherfucker.
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
In LA, in Philly, in Fresno. He pays all the bills for everybody.
So then we watched the rest of the debate. And then she texts me and she's like, they want to keep him overnight to watch it. So this is the difference between the LA vet and the Fresno vet. The Fresno vet's like, here's a little bit of CBD. Take him home, keep an eye on him, give him some water, give him a treat. He's a good boy. The LA vet is like, we're going to keep him overnight.
Yeah.
We need to do a series
Whatever
of
Scarlett
tests.
Johansson wants, that's what her dog gets.
Yeah, yeah. And Addie's like, well, I'm not Scarlett Johansson and my parents are paying for this. So then the vet's like, that's cool.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson or your parents, either one.
Yeah, she's like, I'll call your parents and talk to her. So then she fucking calls me. The vet calls me and starts just vet-splaining, basically like, do you love this dog? And she literally tells me how fucking cute my dog is. And I'm like, I know how fucking cute he is. He's my fucking dog. I love that dog with all my heart. And she's like, I can see why you do. He's a real sweetheart.
I just need 16 numbers from your credit card.
Yeah.
Just 16 and the expiration code and the secret 3 numbers. I just need those things. If you love them enough, you'll give me those numbers.
So long story short, $3,130 later.
3 fucking thousand.
No.
$130.
$3,130. Yeah.
$3,130 fucking dollars. I said no because I thought it was going to be 1,000.
Yeah.
3
Dude.
G's.
How about this? You had a stroke.
I got fucking transported in an ambulance, spent 3 days in the hospital. It cost us about $600 total.
Well, we had insurance for you.
Fucking goddamn.
We don't have insurance for him.
$3,000 for Magic.
He had pre-existing conditions.
You know,
We couldn't get insurance.
you know what
for
I didn't
him.
hear in the debate about dog medical insurance?
Medical
I need
insurance.
every dog to be covered.
Yeah.
That's what's important to me.
Well, no, but the debate did say like pets are being eaten. And okay, if it's not obvious, I tend to lean a certain way. You know what I mean? So this morning, we're all on Facebook, we're all on social media, we're all fighting it out. Like who debated better? And I'm just like, fuck you guys. Dogs aren't being eaten. And everyone, you don't fucking love dogs. You don't care about pets in Ohio. You don't care that people are slaughtering and eating pets in Ohio. I'm like, I care very much about pets. Fuck you guys. How many of you
$3,130.
paid $3,130 last night during the fucking debate to keep your fucking pet alive?
I put my
did.
money where my mouth is, motherfucker.
Exactly.
My husband wished our dog was in Ohio and could save us $3,000 and been someone's dinner. Because I actually said, while the vet was on the phone, put him down.
You did say that.
I didn't even fucking hesitate. Our daughter's crying. You're crying. The vet's on the phone. She's like, it's going to be $3,000. I'm like, put him down. Put him down.
And then we all were like,
Put him down.
it's not even on the table.
Put him down.
Dying.
Put him down.
And then this morning, Addie texts us, and Addie says, she texted me because now I'm answering my phone again because the debate is over.
No one's talking to me anymore
now
because
you're
I'm just
cut
going to
out.
kill the dog.
You're cut out of communications. But she said, tell Dad, if he puts down my dog, he better be ready to put me down too. And then she said, ride or die, baby. And I laughed out loud and I was like, this is why she's a comedian. This is fucking funny.
And I don't even believe in the death penalty. I'll kill that fucking dog.
Yeah, last night you did.
I believe in doganasia.
And it wasn't even on the table. It wasn't like he's going to die or he's going to be saved. It's like he just needs treatment for his seizures.
No, what's going to die is my fucking bank account.
It's done now.
I got a phone call today. Sir, this is American Express. We have a fraud alert possibility. Did you give $3,000 to Scarlett Johansson's fucking veterinarian? I'm like, look, man, do you have a wife and a daughter? Do you have a small, cute dog? You have to understand the situation I was in last night. There was no scenario where I wasn't going to pay $3,130 fucking dollars to Johanna's fucking bitch's goddamn veterinarian because I have a wife and a daughter and a cute rescue dog. I was fucked. Fucking fucked.
And then after all of it, after we got over how much it costs, then there was just like this sadness, like where it was like, oh my god.
I called it buyer's remorse.
No, it was, oh my gosh, our poor baby, our poor little fur ball, is he okay? And then our other poor baby, like, is she okay? Like, she must be so stressed out that the dog is in the hospital.
Let's send her some crumble cookies. Let's just spend more money. How much money can we just send to Los Angeles from Philadelphia? For God's sakes.
It turns out quite a bit.
It turns out a lot. That's why I got a phone call from Fraud Alert. Listen, I know you guys drink a lot on the show. I don't know how fucked up you are.
Yeah, so that was our night.
Yeah. Well, let's go have another. Let's go see the Phils. Let's go see Philadelphia play the Rays.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so raise the glass to lot of money.
To Little Money Part 2.
Whole lot of fucking money.
Cheers.
And that was Last Call. You did it. You survived an episode of Stories and Cocktails. But did Rob or Sarah's liver survive the show? I don't know. Tune into the next episode to find out, to enjoy some more stories and some more cocktails. By the way, if you want to support the debauchery of the show, then buy the hosts their next round by Venmoing a couple of gold doubloons at Stories and Cocktails. Back in the day, a gold doubloon was only $4 Spanish. Who knew? Well, folks, I'll be right here behind the bar, cleaning the glassware and awaiting your return to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. Cheerio, friends.
If you enjoy hearing Rob Kriders' different humor columns here on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, then I promise you will love his novel, Cadet Blues. Cadet Blues is Rob's hilarious tell-all about desperately trying to survive the shock and awe boot camp-style training at the California Highway Patrol Academy. People from all different walks of life have come to love this book because Cadet Blues is simply a crazy good read. Heartfelt, inspiring, and damn funny. It's available in paperback through Amazon, eBay, or cadetblues.com, where you can get free shipping and a personalized autographed book. Or you can download a digital copy of Cadet Blues from Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, or Apple iBooks. Do yourself a favor and check out the novel Cadet Blues.